Muy bien. Bienvenidos todos al podcast. Hicimos unos cambios. Tenemos un poquito más de luz. Y hemos decidido. I know. Y hemos decidido en un nuevo nombre. Puesto un nombre al podcast. Se va a llamar Frijoles Otaku. Donde, pues, el propósito de este podcast es de hablar de todo otaku. Y de todas cosas reñoñas. Así que enjoy it. Hopefully you guys like it, and we'll be improving as we go on
with our content, with equipment, with everything.
Yeah,
we think of doing good stuff. So
if you guys see this and you guys like it, let us know, and maybe we could talk about some things that you guys like. Hey, talking about that, from last week I did check out High Score.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How was it? What'd you think?
So I just watched the first episode.
Okay. I think it's a pretty good first episode.
Yeah. It is good. I mean, it went super fast, but it does leave you craving a little bit more.
Yeah. So I think for High School Girl.
Yeah.
Do you know the anime watching rule, which is the 3-episode rule?
Oh no.
So it's kind of a thing in anime where people go, if you don't like the first 3 episodes,
right,
you should probably drop it. You have enough time to decide whether to drop it or not.
Oh, within 3 episodes?
Yeah, and okay. I think High School Girl does that incredibly. The 3rd episode, you're gonna love the 3rd episode.
Okay.
It's great.
I just watched the first one, and so far I like it. The anime, the art style.
It's 3D, semi 2D.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. But I want to, it's definitely far away from being like, it's definitely
your favorite.
What is it, Demon Slayer.
Okay.
But it's nice.
But it's unique. It's really
it's unique.
Yeah.
And it just, some of the angles are like weird.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so goofy.
Yeah.
And it just, but nothing to shy away from.
Yeah, of course. And one of the things that actually got me ready for that. I watched another show called Nichijou, which is all comedy, all random. There's no real ongoing story.
Yeah,
it's just pure comedy. It's fucking great, and it has the art style. It's completely 2D, and but the character designs, they're kind of roundish, kind of like High School Girl.
Okay.
So from there I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was very roundish because their
hands
are square.
Yeah.
But they're rounded off.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? It
What?
Reminds me of South Park characters. A round head and then kind of straight body, but rounded off.
I don't
a little bit more with the adult characters.
Okay. Yeah. More. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see that with the adults. Yeah. I was thinking about the turd. It's more like
the turd.
Yeah.
What's a turd?
A turd? You haven't seen the turd?
What turd?
The shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like the singing shit. You have never seen the episode where the shit is singing and shit?
In South Park?
Yeah, it's South Park.
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, anyways,
I thought you were talking about a game, Conquer's Bad Freddy. Yeah, it has a section where it's just singing shit. Yeah.
No, well, this is it's a turd that sings. It's
okay.
A character. But anyways, I don't know. I see it like Play-Doh, but
okay.
I don't know. It's weird,
yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out High School Girl. I bet you didn't check out what I told you to check out.
I don't even know what you.
So you guys know what type of friend he is. I checked out High School Girl. Of course, it was
I check out stuff.
It's probably like an hour before I got here, but
fuck you.
But I definitely checked it out. I want to check out more of it now.
Okay.
But yeah, regarding my week, man, it was eventful.
Okay.
It was eventful.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And so I saw a post that somebody made.
Yeah.
Saying how much do you remember of Cobra Kai?
I mean,
story wise, not just fights.
It was.
I don't know how much you were paying.
It was.
We watched it together, but I don't know how much she was.
It was a while back though. It was in the freeze. That was 2 years ago. About to be almost 3.
When you last watched it, because I watched the last season last year.
I mean, we watched the most of it during.
Yeah, of course.
The freeze. Mm-hmm. So most of it I remember from.
Okay.
It's vague. But anyways, go on with the question.
Okay, how much do you remember of the main character?
Miguel. I was gonna say Julio.
You think he's the main character? I don't think he's...
Is he not the main character? I mean, who is the main character then?
Man, I forget his name.
Robbie?
No, it's the adult. I forget his name.
Oh, the sensei.
Yeah. What was his name? Blonde.
And you're asking me how much I remember?
I'm bad with names. It has nothing to do with that. Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just bad with names. Shut the fuck up.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I remember him fairly well. Okay. Go on with the fucking question.
Well, I want to know what you know.
I know him. I mean, we're on the same spot about knowing him.
Well, I don't know how much you pay attention to. So it came out, and it was an article, and it was like, this is we're hoping that the final season will finally bring closing to Johnny becoming a good character rather than what he's always been. They say that he's still the same as when he was a kid.
Well, yeah, but it's not. Okay, so that's the thing, though. Like, they painted LaRusso as if he was a good character,
in movies.
Yeah, but he was really a piece of shit. Like, I mean, not a piece of shit, but he had it coming to him, you know. And I feel like Johnny was just checking him, man. And like, he lost, but he stood up for himself.
Yeah, I mean, so. I definitely think Johnny has changed, like, for the good. He's still a jerk, but like it's kind of like Bakugo, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's his character to be a jerk, you know? But, you know, he's definitely changed. Like, the first thing that he learned...
I guess you mean, like, they mean well, but they just... The way they do things is, like...
Yeah, and he learned even from that, because when he opened up Cobra Kai,
yeah,
he tried to stay with the motto of strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
Yeah.
And I think up to like second season when Reese showed up,
yeah,
he was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is exactly why I'm fucked up.
Okay.
And I shouldn't be showing this kind of stuff to my students because of how I ended up. Which is, so he's doing it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Because he wants the kids to be able to stand up for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, we're right. So that's how it all started, right?
Yeah.
He felt bad for Miguel, and he wanted to help him.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, though, is because I never thought Johnny was a bad character or like a bad person.
Well, I don't think he was a bad person, of course, but he did have like a lot of bad qualities.
I mean, I think
he wasn't really a good father. You know, he wasn't there for his kid.
Okay, he did. Yeah, for like in that's. Well, I'm talking about Johnny the kid.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's just a kid that was slightly misunderstood because of his he had family problems. You remember that?
Yeah. Okay, but are you talking just movie or like movie plus what you know of him growing up from Cobra Kai?
Well, I guess what they
because you learn about that afterwards.
But wasn't that in the movie?
As far as I remember, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know, but dude, there's a lot of smacking. Looks like a dick over here. I hate when I do that. But I don't know. I think Johnny was always a good character. It's kind of like, well, this is really controversial, but it's kind of like Andrew Tate. I feel like some of the things he says are like, you're just talking shit.
Okay.
And like, you're just being mean about it. Mm-hmm. Like, but most of the things he says, like, he means well, and usually they're pretty good things to know.
Okay.
For just in general. Mm-hmm. And when they go into Like,
well, just to tell you this, there was actually a guy who like grabbed some of Andrew Tate's quotes, and then went up to feminists and then say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Or like, "What do you think about Andrew Tate?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh." But they heard the quote and they were like, "Oh yeah."
I did see that, but the quotes were very rarely like.
No, but it is stuff that he has said.
I mean, okay,
but of course. I do think that Andrew Tate's a little unhinged.
No, okay, but the quotes are fucking stupid. Like, he would say, the quote would be like, "I love women, and women should always be around," or like, "We should protect women." It's like, I mean, that's vague as fuck. Like,
well, it wasn't just quotes like that. I forget exactly what they were.
I remember the quote exactly. It was that,
you know, there were opinions that he had about
yeah, but that's an opinion. That's easy. Like, I feel like if you take something out of context, you can make any quote like biased towards whatever, right? But I just think some parts of Andrew Tate are, I guess, I don't want to say misunderstood. It's just that, like, he says certain shit maybe out of spite, and like he's just being mean. And people like just go on this like, oh, just because he said this means that everything else he's gonna say is bad.
Okay.
Which that's another thing, dude. Like, this whole week I had an argument with my friend, which is a stupid argument. But it's not about that. It was just like, I would show evidence, and like he would be like, "Oh, that, you know, it has it's biased," and it's like, well, why is it biased? Well, because all stats and it is biased, which is true. It could be biased, but like, you haven't even looked at like who published the article, who did the article, who did the test, and then you're already calling biased. That's my whole problem. Like, at least, like, well, maybe this person is reputable, you know?
Yeah.
I think it all comes from who's saying it, right? Like,
okay, makes sense.
And it's the same thing with people that get mad at Andrew Tate sometimes. Like, some of the things are like outlandish and stupid. Kind of like, well, also some people that are in the, like, agree with Andrew Tate is probably. Okay. Have you heard of Fresh and Fit?
No.
There's usually clips on
I was thinking
TikTok.
of somebody else.
They have a podcast, and like, basically
okay, definitely not.
Oh, well, it's two dudes. They have a podcast, and like they said a bunch of these girls. I don't know where these girls come from or nothing, but they interview them, and they make them look stupid, really. And
why else would you bring girls to a podcast?
But it's like,
Fresh and Fit?
It's just like, you know, a lot of these girls are just not ready to have an argument, you know, about these things. Yeah, those two guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at the podcast. Like, just a picture of the podcast. Try to see if you remember it, because it comes out.
No, I doubt I remember it. I really haven't seen them in a podcast before.
Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. Either way, they have like certain views, like, women can't cheat, but men should sleep with how many women they want. I was like, okay, that's stupid. But like, when you're giving tips to guys to like how to become better and get like develop themselves. Before
we continue, I want to say I don't really support Andrew Tate. I just think that, you know, some points he's made, I agree with them. Not everything. I just don't want people to think that
I don't support him. But that's stupid,
like even then, I don't really follow a lot of what he does. I just see like clips here and there.
Yeah, but I think that's. I don't do anything to promote him, or, you know, it's like, or to promote his content. But like, some of the things that he has is like, yeah, you should work out. You should like better yourself as a person, and that's for any gender. But it just creates value to you as a person. And some of the things he says are outlandish. Like he was in your mom's house. He was like, why is there only one coffee? You should have 2 coffees. Like, yeah, it's stupid. It's like stupid. But like, yeah, this thing that like men shouldn't be monogamous.
Yeah.
Some of them first of all, most men can't handle one woman. You know, like, which should you be monogamous? That's up to you if you can handle it with your partner and if everybody's involved. But I don't think most guys should have many girls or like or just like hide them, you know, and cheat. Like that's stupid. But like some of the things that they say is like good things they say, like that you probably should do. Like you should free yourself financially. Do your best to like. They have a lot of like tips and tricks on how to like better yourself physically, mentally, financially, and those things. Most of the things I support.
Okay.
When they start bashing women, is that I don't like. But then I've seen like this guy I told you, I forgot his name, Destiny.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, I remember.
Wrecks him. And like, and again, I agree with some of the things he says, and then some of the things he says is like, no, that's stupid. I don't agree with that. But yeah, like he's actually prepared with his argument, and like, yeah, like so you see him go on a podcast and he just wrecks her shit. So like, what Fresh and Fit does to all these unprepared women, Destiny does back to them. Because like, you know, nobody's came with a solid argument back to these guys, and they're just not ready. Like what they do to these women.
Yeah, they're not used to people coming at them like that.
Well, and I feel like that's why they choose the women that they choose. Like it's just random women, which okay, but like most random people aren't ready to debate these topics.
Yeah.
So yeah, but. Yeah, I think some of the things he says are good. Some things aren't. I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah.
So John Lawrence is a good character.
Yeah, Johnny Lawrence. Oh yeah,
he supports bullying.
Yeah, like I don't think was he supporting bullying?
Who?
Johnny?
Well, he was the bully.
They portrayed him as the bully. LaRusso took his girl, and I mean, I'm not saying like fight over girls, but like, you know, how you gonna disrespect a man like that?
Well, first of all, he didn't know she was taken. Do you remember how it happened?
Okay, if you find like your girl making out with another dude,
that's not what happened.
What happened?
So what happened is they were just talking at the beach.
What happened?
They were just talking at the beach.
Were they?
Yeah,
I swear I saw him kissing, and then he got beat up in the restroom.
No, that's not at all what happened. Not from what I remember, but like I remember them being at the beach, just talking because of course.
So
who? At the beach party. And they Johnny, of course.
Was it Johnny?
Yeah.
He wore something though.
I think you're starting to remember how much of
this. Dude,
I'm fucking. So, I mean, of course, I don't think Johnny's character was a bad person because, like, of course, you start looking into seeing what his sensei was. Yeah. And you're like, of course, he's fucked up. Of course. Yeah. But you know, of course, you can't just be like, oh yeah, it's Sensei's fault that Johnny got like 5 people and beat the shit out of one guy. Hits.
Well, hopefully, I mean, things turn around for Johnny.
No, well, the thing was, this article was saying that like he hasn't changed at all, but like it's not true. I mean, Johnny's learning a lot of things. Yeah, he starts off.
Well, I think it's like he hasn't changed in the sense like he's done changes for as a person he is. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, Johnny hasn't changed who he is. He just views things differently and starts doing things, you know. Yeah. But his approach to any problem is the same thing. Like, it's still Johnny.
Yeah, of course.
Which is like rough and tough and yeah, but he just doesn't like.
That's his personality. That's the way he is. I don't think that's stuff that like you have to change about yourself. Because that's who you are.
Yeah, I agree with that. I hope whatever they the best for Johnny and they people start seeing him in a nicer way, which I think the series has.
I mean, people do. It's just that they're
well, okay. Talking about that, that's where the whole. Have you seen How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
Oh, you see how Barney is like super pro Johnny Lawrence. Well, that's
I remember that.
Well, that's where the whole idea came from. Like, of the show. LaRusso was on set. Yeah.
Oh.
So LaRusso went to the set and one of the episodes, and like they tell him how Barney doesn't like LaRusso and his point of view on the thing. And like I think that's where the idea came from. To do a spin-off where like maybe Johnny wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
And which, you know, once you look back at it, it's like, yeah, he was super bad. But he was just bad influenced. You know, and he had like the wrong person in his ear. But let's hope Johnny changes.
I mean, here he has. I mean, he's already an incredibly good character. He's having a kid. He's a good parent.
Is he a good parent?
He's a better parent.
He's a much better parent. He's trying to be a better parent.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters.
I think so too. I don't want to get into my personal life, but I started thinking about Reese. You know how he was in the war.
Crease. It's Crease.
What's it?
Yeah.
Is Crease?
Yeah.
So
Reese is from Malcolm in the Middle.
Who?
Reese is from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, Malcolm in the Middle. You know, have you ever thought about like survival and what it is, what it means to survive?
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like cool when people are like, you know, everybody likes to hear a survivalist story, but to be the survivalist, it must suck.
Oh yeah.
Like you have to be ruthless, and all the things you have to do to survive is really it takes a part of you as a human and like a certain innocence that we have. It's like a lot of people don't realize that, and like they want to be the survivors, but like I mean, I personally thought like the more I think about it, it's like I want to be out, you know, like.
And well, I was actually thinking about that last week when we were watching the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Because like you're forced into that situation.
Yeah.
You have to survive.
Yeah, and it's right. Like, and like Katniss, like she was a good person who ended up surviving, and like she killed one person, and she had like nightmares over that.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, it takes a part of your humanity.
And even if you try to like stay humane, like she tried to team up with Rue.
Yeah,
that's a horrible idea.
I mean,
well, it's a good idea for survival to a point.
Yeah,
but mentally,
yeah. Well, at the end,
yes, something's gonna happen.
Yeah, somebody gotta die.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know, it's very emotionally.
Yeah,
it was better that. What was her name? Rue? It was better that she died by someone else's hand.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Katniss would have survived that encounter. At least, even if she would have survived like the Hunger Games, like I don't think I think she would have killed herself.
Yeah. And even then, like there's always people that end up mentally fucked up. Because if you make it to the end, Rue and Katniss' life, Katniss is like, I'm gonna kill myself. Rue is fucked up mentally now. Yeah, because she died for me. Yeah, everybody loses. Yeah,
in a survival situation. Because I was thinking about like the people in the Holocaust and all that stuff, and it's like to survive, to see all your friends die, and maybe having to put your life in front of somebody else's. It sucks. And it's pretty dark. Yeah, but and then like the people who do end up surviving have to live with that, which sucks.
It's a trauma.
Yeah, you have to have a really good coping mechanism with that. So yeah. But let's drop this. It's too dark.
Incredibly dark topic.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're on a dark topic, do you know about Resident Evil?
Okay, not a lot.
Okay. So Resident Evil's most popular game got remade recently.
Which one?
4.
Okay.
Have you seen me play 4?
I've seen it
played somewhere here and there.
You know.
But you know, I just want to talk about that because like it's the demo came out.
Yeah.
And it's a really incredible
But by the way, for the people that don't know, I'm not a gamer, but I'm kind of like a cuckold. like
okay. Go on.
For games.
Yeah, go on.
Like I don't. It's like, you know, some people enjoy watching their wife get fucked. I enjoy you play
fucking my wife.
Oh, don't fuck me. I enjoy watching you play my favorite games.
Okay.
Because you're good at it, and I just didn't develop those skills. And then like you grew up gaming, and I grew up watching.
You know who I think you might... There's a character in High School World you might connect with. Because
really?
She's kind of like that.
Really? Isn't the girl the blonde one? Yeah, I thought so. Because she was like, no, I want you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, you got that far?
It's in the first episode. Dude, that first episode flew. But, yeah, I'm like that. I love watching other people play.
What happened at the end of the first episode?
They meet up. They go to his house, and everybody meets up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, she is at his house already, and then blonde girl, homeboy, and him pull up to the house. She slaps him at the corner store, and from the corner store, they all go together to his house.
Who slaps him?
The blonde girl.
I think you might have watched it wrong first episode. Does the blonde hair have short or long hair?
I don't remember. But like, no, it was definitely the right first episode because, well, okay, so in the first episode, damn, I'm spoiling everything. But anyways, on the first episode,
Spoilers. Imagination.
We said spoilers before we started spoiling the whole thing. Imagine
warning,
that.
We're gonna continue spoiling it.
Yeah, this podcast is full of spoilers,
Yeah.
so just watch it at your discretion. No, she starts picking up Blanca. Blanca. Right, she picks up Blanca just out of the blue. And then she picks up some other character that's supposed to be super hard. And then they start playing games together. And she hits him. And she loses. And then they start hanging out.
I really don't think you're in the first episode.
I don't know. But anyways.
I'm gonna have to check what he saw.
Whatever. But,
you like watching people play games?
Yeah, I like watching people play games. And I watched them play a lot of Resident Evil.
Probably not alright. Just here.
Well, not a lot, right? I think I'm scared. Also, I'm like super scared of anything and everything. And like, it's not that I'm actually scared. I just have like.
It's a very tense situation.
It's a very tense situation. Like first-person shooters, I get super tense because they're like, "Oh, they're gonna kill me," and I don't want to get killed. So. Yeah, but I watched him play a lot. And anyways, so Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. So
re-released.
Remake.
Okay.
And it's actually like incredibly important in like the new franchise. Because Resident Evil 4, the original, is considered to be one of the best games ever made. Like, hands down.
Okay.
And it's a game that like has been ported probably the most of every game. Like almost anything, it's been on there. I think it had like an old crappy iPhone port to it. If a new like crappy console came out, it came on it as well.
Really?
Yeah, on everything. Resident Evil 4 has been ported onto everything, and fans have always said, just don't remake it because the game's perfect.
Yeah.
Just put it onto the next console. And the new game came out. The demo came out.
Yeah.
And it's fucking incredible. And I don't think it.
It's good.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible. They remade whole new areas. Like I'll probably show you later on what the initial 10 minutes are, because that's like iconic to the game.
Okay.
And like that's the demo that they came out with, and they just made it a shit ton better.
Yeah.
And there's one effect that it had on almost everybody that was watching or playing the trailer, which is Leon's iconic line. Leon is the guy with the long hair, and it reminded me of when we went to watch Endgame.
Yeah.
Because because it was that fucking hype. In Endgame, once all the Avengers are assembled, a lot of people, they went, say the fucking words, Captain, which was Avengers assemble.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was like the line I was waiting for. And then if you watch a lot of streams and they're watching the remake of I was gonna say Dead Space because it came out. Resident Evil. At the end of him fighting a whole bunch of villagers, a bell rings and all the villagers like go away.
Okay.
And then Leon's just standing in the middle of everything. He goes, "Where's everybody going? Bingo." Which is, it's a fucking stupid line, because in the fourth game, like that's Leon's second appearance.
Okay.
And like it's always been such a serious series. And to have a character just go, bingo. And he's always just throwing quirky lines here and there. So it, and that like reassured everybody that like this room is gonna be fucking great. Because they're like, oh no, it looks serious.
Yeah.
Nah, it's Leon. He's gonna say stupid shit all the time.
Alright, that's what's up.
So
maybe we can do a thing where we live stream
the remake or the original?
I don't know. But the point is to make me play it.
Okay.
And we get some jump scares. And like, is it scary? It's intense. For me!
I think there are some parts that are scary.
Yeah.
I think the atmosphere is scary.
Okay, that's enough.
Especially if you speak Spanish.
I speak Spanish.
Yeah, he speaks Spanish.
Hello, somos dos frijoles.
Yeah. And there are some shit that are. I think it will be scary for you, mostly because you haven't been too much into the horror franchise.
Okay.
But after your first playthrough, you're like, it's pretty simple.
I need to check it out.
Yeah.
We should definitely live stream it. I think it'll be some good reactions.
Yeah.
For me. Like I said, I'm super like exaggerated like with what scares me really, and I think it might be funny for you guys.
It was a short week, so we're gonna have to cut it here. Make sure to check us out next week. We'll be sure to have more content next time.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
If you start now, you can say you've been with us since the beginning.
Since day one.
Yeah. So hopefully,
day 2.
Huh?
Day 2.
This is day 2, right? Yeah. This is episode 2.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us at episode 2. We'll be putting out some more content, and follow us in our social medias.
Be sure to put them up.
Yeah, we'll put them on the link below. Okay. Thank you again. Like, share, and subscribe. And this is goodbye. Till next time.